Fuck, dude.
Hey guys.
I broke. My bad.
Fuck.
My bad.
Alright, it doesn't matter. Alright, we'll just start now. Hey guys, Off the Record Reviews here, and today we're talking about Deerhoof's Friend Opportunities. I'm Andrew. I guess Alec.
I guess Alec.
I guess Alec's next.
I guess Zach.
Oh, I guess David.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Good
Exciting.
enough. That works.
Yeah, it's close enough. What's I haven't looked at the list personally myself. What's up first on the Hold on. I don't know, Zach, you count it down, I guess.
Sure. 3, 2, 1.
Initializing startup sequence.
Alright. Starting up Vaperror. I missed this album. This is a good album. Manipool has some
Loading.
There's that one like tropical track or something. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, this is a good one. I forgot about this one for a while as well.
Yeah.
I kind of was throwing some old stuff on my iPod, and yeah, this came back up, and I thought, man, this was a lot of memories. So yeah, I've been listening to this a lot lately.
It's awesome. Hell yeah.
All systems are go.
You're gonna make me want to listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it for sure.
That's a sentence I haven't heard in a very long time. That you put this on your iPod.
Systems are go.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
I
the
totally
music
missed
section
that.
of your iPhone is still on your iPod, right? So
That little Apple plug. I like it.
I guess they call it Apple Music.
Please enjoy your stay.
Oh.
Also
So why
Takako.
why this song, Zach?
Oh, I mean, it's the first one, so
I got you.
it's the most like it's when you hear this album, you think of probably this song. It's the first one, so.
Okay.
I like that bass,
Well,
like the 808.
Yes, really good sub on this.
Yeah. What kind of music is this? Would you say vaporwave or?
Yeah, it's like
it's like trap vaporwave. Like I don't.
Vapor Trapper, no? Is this what that was?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think so.
More in common with trap, I think. Just ambient trap.
It's beep boop bop trap.
Hold on a second.
Is trap literally just like that kind of like chain hi-hat sound?
Yeah.
It's
that and the
that.
bass.
It's big 808.
And the bass pattern?
Subwoofer, tight snare, shit like that.
True.
It's a whole thing. It's more rewarding, or it's like it's a lot more fun to listen to experimental stuff like this than just regular trap for me, because I guess I've heard it too much or something.
I got you.
It's always nice to hear
Yeah,
a
it's
blend
more
of stuff.
with like a more like ambient spin or electronic spin on it.
It has a twist. Sorry, I was
Vaporwave.
turned off there for a second. I had to fucking put you up, Zach. I had to boost your volume up. It's gonna cost me. That little maneuver is gonna cost me 75 years in the editing room.
That's fine. I'm sure it was
Volume
worth it.
boost.
Yeah.
Boost.
So how do you pronounce this?
Or just have.
Sorry, I was gonna
Which
say
one?
the name. Is it Vaperror or Vaperror?
Vaperror.
I know it's tomatoes, tomatoes, but you know.
It's the kind of like I've only read it really. It's not like I go around talking about it. So I didn't think I would. I don't know. Yeah. What is it, Zach?
I would think it's Vaperror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
That
sense.
would make sense.
Vaperror.
All right.
Some classic Spin Doctors.
Some spin doctors, yeah. This is just piggybacking kind of off of my Toto listening lately
Yeah,
from last time.
You've been in a mood, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of nostalgic. I think this is like more 90s, like 93, I think.
Yep.
But these guys did Two Princes, which if you don't remember that song from that name, it's like really popular from the 90s.
That guy, I'm
You
sorry, I'm
might get
watching
it
the
from his
video.
voice, but yeah.
That guy is rocking an ascot harder than I've ever seen in my life. Like,
these guys are pretty funny. I think a lot of people kind of like hated them back in the day, but actually pretty good musicians. They're just kind of like stoner types. I don't know. People didn't really take them seriously.
Did people hate them like because they're like the Grateful Dead? They're like hippies.
These guys are hippie.
I don't know.
they are.
No, I
Absolutely.
mean, you said that they're stoners and people hated them. Why did people hate them?
Yeah. Well, it might have been because Two Princes as well. People might have just not liked how much that song got played.
I see.
I am obsessed with their basses.
Yeah. Apparently
He's
he
got,
got
like-
kicked out of the band for like a really random reason.
The bassist?
Like he couldn't play the bass like
For
someone was
being
like
too chill, man. Like,
no, he couldn't play the part like someone was like taking it or something like that, or someone was like giving it. I don't know.
he couldn't take apart.
He couldn't take apart?
No, he couldn't play it like
Oh, he couldn't play.
like
I see.
yeah,
That makes
it's a really random reason.
Okay. For being too chill, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I've gone big brain mode. I've expanded my cranium capacity, having
Oh,
only
shit.
4 hours of sleep. I'm
400
watching-
IQ up in here.
Dude.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get into it, but
We already are. We're
I
here.
am watching the videos on my phone, just with no volume. Dude. It's incredible.
I like this, David, man.
Thank you.
I like this. David 2.0.
Dude, you're not kidding about these ascots.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it puts Fred to shame, man. Like,
Yeah. It's good to see they get some love in the comments. Spin Doctors were very good musicians. They never got the recognition they deserved. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and the guitarist, notably, like writes some pretty good parts. Kind of reminded me of kind of like a John Frusciante type, where he's just kind of like free in his parts, being the only guitarist, kind of.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like soloing, but like filling in and doing little fills and stuff.
Do you
So-
know what the lyrics are about?
I mean, this is just a classic kind of. Well, the name of the song is "Why Would You Want Him When You Know You Can Have Me."
Ah,
So
I missed that. Because
kind of, yeah.
I was just gonna say the comment here is like it's the ultimate anthem for the friend zone.
True.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's probably had that feeling before. Like, why would she want him when?
yeah, like, fuck that guy. I'm dope. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's definitely a sign
Yeah.
of maturity when you get to that point, if that ever does happen to you, where you're like, fuck that, I don't need that. You know? Instead of
No, like,
yeah.
after, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's a sign of growth. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I don't need that. Goodbye. This definitely reminds me of, I can't think of the band. I might be thinking of like Uncle Cracker or something like that.
That's a hell of a comparison.
I can't think of it.
That's not even a band, really. That's just a person.
Are you trying to say Uncle Cracker isn't music, dude?
Yeah. We're bringing in
Technically, it's a
Cracker
person,
out.
man.
Up next time.
Oh shit! We're listening to JPEGMAFIA now.
Woo!
This is Bald. This is the remix. This is with Denzel Curry. Shout out 305 representing Miami, Florida. Even though he's actually from Carroll City, Florida.
Yeah, no one from Florida is actually from Florida besides y'all.
And Denzel, I mean, not Denzel. I guess JPEGMAFIA, he's from Baltimore. It's pretty cool. I listen to JPEG here and there, but this remix just really touched my ear in a certain way.
You throw some curry in there, everything's better.
Oh yeah. There's slight
pretty
differences in the remix. I was just gonna finish by saying this version has just a little bit more of a bass punch, and I think it's because they got Denzel in there hooting and hollering, doing his crazy bars.
Yeah, it goes pretty hard.
It's like a video game level. Somebody rapping to a video game level, like playing Sonic
Like,
on acid or something.
that was a really high concept thing, man. I like that.
Oh, I was gonna say also, there's a line in it that I thought was pretty funny. We missed it because it was from JPEG at the beginning. He goes, Shuttlesworth blessed me with talent. Hairline proof God's needs balance. So he's talking about how he's obviously going bald, if you've seen JPEGMAFIA. And it's a reference to the 1998 movie He Got Game, where Ray Allen plays a character named Jesus Shuttlesworth. So he says he looks like Ray Allen because he's going bald. It's a lot of layers, just not many in the hair department. He's just awesome. I mean, do you guys listen to Denzel? I mean, I think Andrew, you probably do. You guys probably
Absolutely.
know. Yeah. He did his incredible cover of "Bulls on Parade" by Rage Against the Machine.
He's fucking, and he's young too, man. He's
yeah.
like 12. It's incredible.
12 years old.
No, he's like 20 now or something, right?
Yeah. It's funny you say that. He started rapping, I think, when he was 12.
That was an abrupt ending.
He's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it. It's up. Space Talk.
Nice.
Nah, do you guys know this? You know this song, Zach, right?
I don't.
Ooh. The only reason that surprises me because I know the record still, like the single LP sells for a lot. I think it was a CBS recorded track or something, but yeah, she's just a classically trained like musician from Bombay. She came to New York and fucking killed it. Like, I don't know, in the theme of like unique female lead vocals, she's got it though. I mean, that voice is dope, and it's a funky track. We're in space.
Hell yeah.
She from Bombay.
Bombay?
Like Sylvia Robin.
Sorry, Zach.
Oh, I said it was kind of reminiscent of like Sylvia Robinson, like Pillow Talk.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we're going back to the late 70s, right? Yeah. Well, mid to late 70s. 76, yeah.
The devil is loose. Oh Lord.
It's just this track. I mean, I listened to all of it. It's definitely a one-hit wonder, but this song is dope.
Let's make it happen some more.
We got the fucking Jim Carrey mask in the comments section. 9 years ago, by Port 2344 Chester. Smoke
That guy's
it!
ahead of his time, man. Hell yeah.
It's in all caps, no G. 2 exclamation points, just so you know. Ooh. That funky ass synth, baby.
Oh,
Oh my
in the fucking 70s, man. Oh.
Oh man, there's a lot of love in this comment section. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through it myself. It's a trip.
Somebody said Massive Attack's mom.
I like that.
Is the whole album this good?
Yeah, it was This is the highlight.
Is this an outlier? Was this a mistake?
It's a highlight. I don't know if it's an outlier, but it's definitely a highlight.
She has definitely, she has a very good voice.
Yeah, and it's it's clean and that accent's still there, but it's just, I don't know, it works. It works to her advantage.
You're really not kidding about saying that the theme of the female vocalists, because we've actually brought a lot of female vocalists, this one and the last one, you know?
Yeah, recently. I don't know, we're all feeling
We're all feeling it.
We all missed our moms, dude. I don't know.
Mom, you still prep? You think? 76. Sugar Babe was 75?
Yeah, around the same year.
Man.
My
It's
second
like-
select was from '76 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's cool.
Not the was it not the Spin Doctors one, right? The other one?
Yes.
It's funny that you mentioned that. There's always those comments, you know, and I think we made a joke on it in one of our other videos. It's like, I was born in the wrong generation or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking
Right.
about that, you know, it's like, isn't this technically the best generation? It's like the most
think-
current one, not literally like ours, but I mean like the one that you're alive
Yeah.
for.
Well, everyone thinks. Yeah.
And I don't
I
mean
don't know. No one
because
can
of the-
appreciate what they have. Yeah.
Sure. I don't mean like because of what we're making now. I mean the fact that we're alive and we can listen to anything we want at like the touch of a button. We're just like look at us. We're all sitting at home on our duff, listening to music.
Fighting a
Well, it depends on a
world
bunch of elements,
pandemic,
you know,
but
if
yeah,
we're in a
it's
Terminator future.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I said it depends on a bunch of elements. You know, if we're in a Terminator future, but at least we can hear
Oh yeah,
all the art from the past. It's like, I don't know if that's really the best.
that's true. There's a threshold.
Dude, think about this, right?
Yeah.
There's Amish people alive today that like
and they don't have corona. And they don't have corona. They're fine.
That's true. They're Miller Lite boys. But those Amish people. Do you think that
Hold up.
like Corona's like?
Oh, he goes in here.
Do you think it's ravaging them? Oh wait. I'm sorry. I was talking about the beer. Any mention of the hoo-hoo virus and our video gets taken down. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
we're gonna get into the album though, right?
We are.
Oh,
I think we're in it already.
man, what a way to
Too late.
start,
You're
man.
already in the middle of it.
We're smack dab in the middle of it.
This is how you start an album. I say that with all the albums I pick, but I feel like,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Like that guitar riff just hammers in, and then it's a good time.
Yeah, dude. These first two songs do the kind of like sporadic,
It's-
disjointed song structure really well.
Oh.
Oh my god. And well, that's okay. Like, well, okay, Deerhoof. I was reading about them because I didn't really read as much about them. I know it started as like a one-man harmonica. What was it?
Oh.
It was an improvisational harmonica bass project by Fisk.
Wasn't it John?
By Rob Fisk started it
Oh really?
as a solo project.
Hmm.
And then, like, shortly after, Greg Sontier,
Oh yeah.
who's a phenomenal percussionist,
Our
like-
Greg.
Oh yeah.
Sonia.
like Zach Hill, him and Zach Hill for me, like, phenomenal
Right.
percussionist.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, he got put on, and then Fisk eventually left. And what was interesting to me about, the vocals by Satomi.
Yeah.
This bitch, the me, mop. You can, I don't know, whatever. You can play it however you want. But she, what was interesting to me is she joined the band a week after moving to the U.S.
Oh really?
and she had no experience in a band at all. And they just tossed her onto a show
That's
like a
awesome.
week after moving to the U.S. And I feel like she's such an iconic part of the band
Mhm.
at this point. Like, ah, man.
Just I don't want to
All
interrupt
right,
you because you're gonna keep going. That's great. This is my number one.
Yeah, I think this is
I-
my top
This is
three.
my number one as well, yeah.
It's in the top three. Okay, my top, because a lot of songs in this are third to me, but
Dude, there's so many honorable mentions. The rest of it could be an honorable mention, I think.
yeah, absolutely. But this is top three. I think I ended up putting it second.
Mm.
This is number two. Ah, the horns, man.
Yeah.
We're
They
announcing it.
they are so close to being cheesy, but they are.
No, they're at the cusp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at the cusp of like this sucks, but like it doesn't. It's great.
That is such
Riffs
a
and licks are just really
Dude.
catchy.
that is such a funny way of putting it. The cusp of just sucking, and they just are
Yeah.
so good.
And they just ride that shit. And beyond that, I mean, they have such an eclectic sound, like
Yeah.
idiosyncratic sound. Like you know it's Deerhoof, and it makes no sense, and it's great. Like that art rock proggy sort of like. Well, the reason I chose this album. Well, one, I really liked it, but I feel like it's their most accessible album in terms of structure, and it's like, you know, it's the closest thing to music. So
This is their experimental pop album.
yes, and they really flex their like composition skills. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No, yeah, you're
This
right
album
about
was weird, man.
that. I
But
love
I
You
love
think
this
this-
part. Wait, this
This
part
part.
is really sick. The choo 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 beat.
the fucking
Brilliant
guitar
songwriting right there.
noodling. Oh, it's so good. That's the thing too. It's like I'll be going through it, and then I'll be like, "Oh wait, I love this song," because it's like a part that lasts 15 seconds, and then it ends, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
There's like
Yeah.
so much else in
Yeah.
this song.
It's not to its detriment at all. That enriches
No.
the
They
experience, you know.
they touch on a lot of shit. Like
Yeah.
they do a lot.
This is my number 3.
Is this 81 plus?
Plus
This
81.
is plus 81, yeah.
Plus 81.
The thing that's great about the licks and the riffs and songs like this is that they complement the vocal melodies really well.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, because for a lot of people, the vocals are the divisive, like
Divisive.
the debusive, you know, that's the point right there. I think it highlights and accentuates
Definitely.
what's going on. I mean,
Absolutely.
and most of the lyrics are nonsensical anyway, so it's just
Yeah. It's more about how she's saying, not that what she's saying.
Mhm. It highlights the rest of the instrumentality. Yeah.
She's literally
I'm for it.
She's literally like an instrument, you know. She's right alongside, like Zach was saying. It's like it's so perfect.
I think these first 2 songs work really well, and then like once you get to some of the other ones,
The
when
Galaxist.
like I'm thinking like Kids Are So Small and stuff like that, where it's like it doesn't necessarily work. The like her with them, you know. But we can talk
Interesting.
about that. Yeah.
I want to talk about that. Yeah.
But I really liked, you know, these first 2 songs. I
Ooh,
thought they nailed them.
believe ESP. Number 3.
Nice.
Oh, I love this shit, dude. I woke
It's-
up like yesterday or the day before. It's all a blur, you know. What day
Yeah.
is it? Am I right? But yeah, I just like woke up with this tune in my head, and I couldn't get it out of my head all morning.
That's awesome.
And there's just so much, like I was saying before, there's so many themes and riffs and stuff that it was like, what song was that? I had to listen to the whole album again just to get to this part. They're so. I heard a friend of mine once described the band I love, Tortoise, in this way, and I can describe this band this way: that they take an idea to its complete fruition. Like they don't care.
Oh, they're just like, yeah, let's ride this real hard and
Yeah.
then do this right after or whatever.
Even if the path looks dangerous or treacherous, or it's like that could not maybe sound so pleasant sonically, they're like, fuck it, I don't care. They just do it. They're all for
Well,
it.
it's such a free spirited, like fun take
Yeah.
on like music composition. Like they just do it. They're like, fuck it, let's just do this. Why not?
I don't care.
And it
I
works.
just
That's the
do
thing.
it.
At the end of the day, especially with this album, at the end of the day, no matter how weird shit gets, it's still like melodic, like oddly melodic. Like it works.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll provide a counterpoint there, because I felt like in some places that the ideas like weren't taken to their,
Oh.
you know, to the points
Oh,
that-
they were like cut premature, like just really shallow, like they're
right, like a lot of stuff was left unexplored, and sometimes it was, you know, beneficial to
It's
the
like-
song. Otherwise, it could.
it's
not be
like
beneficial.
I actually agree with you on that. I feel like it's more like ADD music composition. Like let's do this. But I feel like that doesn't detract from the band itself. I feel like they're still the little snippets we're getting are still dope. Like,
What if I can ask, what songs are you thinking in particular, or do you mean the whole concept, like the album,
well,
that you feel like we're lacking to Alex?
oh, actually, yeah.
Lacking in what specific way?
Well, you were saying the counterpoint was that you would feel that it wasn't take it to its full potential. And
Right.
Where did you start to hear that or feel that, where you're like, this could have been better?
Well, I think just the
I
virtue
fucking
of-
love this breakdown. by the
Yeah,
way.
it's part sick.
just by virtue of most of the songs being so short
Mhm.
and not a lot.
Except the last song.
Yes, of course. But then not a lot of stuff is like repeated or like built upon
Mm.
in general.
It's like a fleeting thought. And you're
And-
like, wait, why don't you build on that?
Yeah, and I mean that's like a general thing with them. It seems like
Yeah.
that they'll kind of move on. to,
That
like,
yeah, that is pervasive through all their music. I feel like because
Right.
I know what you mean, but I kind of
right.
like they do it well enough for me that I kind of like that.
Right.
So my only
So-
point was that sometimes it worked better than other times.
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Right.
But they don't actually give a shit, and I love that. Like they're just like, let's try everything. Why not?
Yeah. It's.
They're not reading my reviews.
You know, listen.
Oh wait.
You know, you can email them directly if you want. I'm sure they'll read it. They'll love it.
The guitar.
Yes!
The guitar tone
Yeah.
right there, dude. Sounds
This
just.
goes in
It sounds like the yeah.
like for no
That's
reason.
top
Like yeah, let's just
Top three
let's
for you,
just
Zach.
do this.
I think so.
Yeah. This is the Galaxist, right? This is a good fucking song. I love how they change it up. They'll just go clean. Really reminds me of like, I don't know, like certain breaks in. This is gonna be one of my recommendeds later, so I'll bring it back up. It's the Flaming Lips at War with the Mystics.
Yeah,
There's so many like
absolutely.
clean, beautiful breaks in that song amidst all the chaos. It's really cool. But we were talking about this last time, actually. I posed the question: does it hurt an artist's ability to be stylistically, like identifiable immediately? Like this band, like you're saying, their ideas just kind of go everywhere. They don't stay with an idea too long. They just go on to the next thing, you know. So it's like
Right.
it's like that can either help it or hurt it. So in your opinion, it hurts it a bit, but it's like if somebody wants that, it's like the perfect band to do it. So it seems like the way that the way that they make their art are true to themselves is like, it's like that question. It's like, does it help or hurt? And it's like we seem to be split on that. So it's pretty interesting that their method of making music could have such a difference of an outcome. You know what I mean?
Right. Most people would just like listen to it if they liked it. But we're here to explain like why.
Let's break it down. Let's get fucking academic about this shit.
This is why you should like this song. If you don't, you're wrong.
Scientifically proven.
Like the math, it's like 2 + 6. You know, like 12 or some shit. It's great.
12 reasons why you've been sleeping on Deerhoof's Friend Opportunity.
Oh my gosh.
No, rather 10 reasons, and it's just the songs.
No, I mean, to that point though, like they released an album this year, and it's still like if you listen to it, it's still Deerhoof, but at the same time, it's very different from this album.
Yeah.
But they've still like there's a certain sound to it where you're like, okay, yeah, and there's a certain yearning to sort of experiment and explore and just why not, like it's that whole vibe that kind of gets carried over, so it's still them, and I feel like that helps them. I don't know, like,
Yeah.
I also suck this band's dick a lot, obviously. So I'm biased as hell, but
Yeah.
I love these guys.
I can
I'll
see
take
why.
some of that burden off you. This song is, I think, my number one.
Oh.
Wow.
Choco Fight?
Choco.
This song was stuck. Another one that was just stuck in my head. So I can
Yeah,
see.
it's very catchy. I love the way that it starts. We kind of passed over it, but
Yeah.
it's like that, like that's like
Yes. That reminds me of the original Super Smash Bros. On N64.
Mm.
Like the opening screen where they're like
that's why I like it.
pulling them out of the caves and stuff.
Yeah. Her vocals here though. And it's funny you were saying how their new stuff, it's like it's hard to grasp their identifiable sound, but it's still them. I was gonna say
Yeah, like it's very different, but it's still Deerhoof. It's very the same.
Yeah.
Like
um
very primal.
the way this album works, it's like the only real thing tethering it all together, the only thing they all have in common is they're chaotic and her voice.
Yeah.
Those are like the only two things that you can like be sure.
Well,
is that
besides
shit is
Crown
gonna
the King. But yeah.
cast the
King,
cast off crown.
Cuckoo crowns and
Cuckoo.
kings and kachukas.
Kachuka.
Yeah, those guys.
But yeah, that's what I was like starting to realize after like I listened to it a few times. It's like those are the only two things really, the string holding it all together.
But I submit this.
Yes.
It's definitely Deerhoof. When you hear it, you're like,
No, that's what I'm saying. Like that's how you know it's them. It's like it could easily have been another band. Like this could have been another band from the first song, you know?
that's fair. That's fair.
And that's not a bad thing. Like that's what I like. I like variety. Sometimes you want that. Another thing we talked about. Sometimes you want dynamic changes. Sometimes you want to listen to the same kind of mood, you know?
Right.
This is more of like a mental exercise with your ears, you know? It's like a little bit of everything.
Oh, that's cool.
like
That's cool. That's all right.
Like a salad,
That's
you know?
cool. Yeah.
It's like a buffet.
Yeah. Like a buffet. All you can hear.
Zach, this was your favorite or your number one?
So, too much of a vibe. I love it.
Why?
Yeah. Well,
Like, is there? I mean, I know we're
Groove,
changing
this is really
songs
groovy
now,
bass
but
line.
why?
Groovy
Okay.
bass line in the beginning, all that good stuff.
I apologize in advance for having to do this. I swore I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't break the meta. Is there any way you can be a little louder, Zach? I've got you on max on the mic, and it's like you're fighting the music a little bit sometimes.
Sure.
Thank you.
Just scream, dog.
Just a little bit louder. Oh!
Okay.
Get
I will-
angry.
I will submit this
Yes.
because it is a valid point and it's worth talking about. This is the song that Whither the Invisible Birds was always Whither the Invisible Song. Like, I feel like this was the easiest one to write off.
Really?
I
I like this song personally.
I really like this
No.
song.
when I first
Oh.
heard it, I always, you know, I mean, I appreciate it more now, especially since I've probably listened to the album like 8 or 9 times since we
Right.
talked about it. But like, and it definitely sets up Crown the Poo King, blah
Cast
blah
off
blah.
crown.
But
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's a
the
lull
king.
before another high, you know?
no, but yeah, it's like a palate cleanser into the next song. So I get it functionally, and it's like this orchestral sort of like, you know, I get it.
This is the ginger before you eat the fucking shrimp
The
tempura. The sashimi. There you go.
Yeah.
You know what I picture with this song? It's literally like Saitomi, like in a princess outfit, just like in like a tower. Like this
Yeah.
is like a Disney princess song.
Yeah.
And she just like can't leave the
Hell.
door or something.
Yeah.
Hell.
That's,
She's being like kept there, and she's trying to like pray.
that's a really good cinematic thought there.
Yeah.
It does have that kind of like fantastical element to it because
Well, yeah, it's that like sweeping orchestral like.
Right, yeah.
we switched
It's
over
it's a very score song.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
to symphonic sound. It's pretty
Like
awesome.
somewhere far away.
And here we go. We're in my number 2.
Yeah, this is my
My
number
number 2 as well.
This is my
David,
number
we lined up on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I see you, dog.
I see you.
I see you, bro.
Real recognize real.
This is a good song, man.
This, to me, like you were saying, this reminds you of her in like a castle. This reminds me of
Yeah.
us like playing D&D and just like heading out on the field. Like, let's go.
Just let's go get this bitch. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love his vocal on this though.
That too.
No, and it's great because it kind of comes out of nowhere,
Yeah, that's really what it is for me. It's like
and it's just like,
it's the only song with
Oh.
Greg singing, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's a rare thing across all their albums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This like rarely happens.
Oh.
I think it might, from what I've heard, it happens like one other time on another album. But yeah,
But it's
and
go ahead.
no, it completely it changes the vibe too. It's like, oh hey, like
Yeah. It's a little bit sleepy. It's like dreamlike, but there's a groove.
Yeah.
You know. I was gonna say this is gonna be another thing I have to talk about later, but Enon, the band that this it just doesn't stop reminding me of. Like, they're both their own
Alright.
things, you know? It's almost like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. It's like, they're very similar, but they're so not similar at the same time.
Yeah. Well, they're similar in that they're very weird and different. So
Weird and different. Three members primarily. Guy sings, Japanese girl sings. She plays the bass too.
How far did we get in before Enon was referenced?
We got in pretty far. I was holding it
Yeah,
in, dude.
We're deep in the album.
I was
at this
holding
point.
it in as long as I could, brother. But
Yeah.
I was gonna say his voice literally sounds like John's voice from Enon, so it's like
That's true.
it's incredible, really. You could have told me this was a secret Enon album, and I would have been like,
Yeah.
"What? This doesn't sound
No,
like
but-
it, but it does." You know?
No, at the same time, riffs like the one we just heard, that's very Deerhoof. Like,
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
it's like that garagey sort
Yeah.
of like, yeah.
Like it doesn't sound like Enon at all, but it kind of.
It could be.
Right,
it-
like it could.
It,
be.
it very well could be.
If they decided to change all their sounds and techniques like overnight. you know?
Which they might. Which they, I mean, you know, why
Rest-
not?
Rest in peace, Enon. They split up back in like 2011 or something. I don't know. But yeah, that song fucking rules. And then I think it comes back one more time at the end here. Oh, I love that.
Just a little boop boop. Oh, okay.
And now
Alex,
Yeah.
say your words.
it's the stage is yours.
I will say this before you start talking. If you're a fan of Satomi's vocals, this is your song right here. Because I feel like lyrically, it's my favorite song because it's
Really?
I'm a man, you're a dog. I'm gonna give you a stick. Why not?
Alright, how far in are you?
We just started
Hey,
it. We're
we
like,
just
I
started.
don't know,
I don't know, a couple seconds in,
20,
maybe.
20 seconds or so.
That's like half the song. I thought the song was just kind of awful. But
This was so. This was your
Flies.
Whither the Invisible
This
Verse.
is number one.
This was your fly trapped in a jar. This is your number one?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
This is actually my honorable mention. I do like this one.
No, it is a good song. I don't disagree with you.
I love how like, okay, I was gonna say stupid the lyrics are, but that's not accurate. I love how like
Childlike?
I mean,
Elemental?
her vocals can be characterized as like chirpy and childish and all that, and this kind of highlights all that. Like, it's very like it's playful,
Yeah.
it's fun.
It's just...
yeah, I was gonna say there's different ways to go about like listening to it or thinking about it, you know?
It's like a fever dream. Like I got a cold sweat and there's this Japanese lady like talking about she's a dog or something. What the
If
hell?
I was a man, you were a dog,
Yeah,
but
I'm the
you're
dog.
a dog now, and
The part.
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah. All right, boys. Number one.
Number one.
Really?
Number one.
Wow. I do-
And
yeah.
it's 100% this intro right here, man. Like, this is grade A end credits material, man. We're wrapping up, but we're not. And at the same, it's that chill. I love this song. I love this song.
You're right about that. It is kind of wrapping it up in a way.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you've been with us for a while, and, you know, we've had a good time.
Yeah. We teased you long enough. Here you go. Have some lushness, you know. But in a way, it's also wrapping it up because it's about to pull a reptilian brain on us.
Yeah, we're gonna look away for like 10 minutes.
Dude, it ain't called
I
look
wish
away.
I could.
Yeah, it ain't called look away for no reason. They're telling you ahead of time, boy.
Like, yeah, we're done. This is buy our album. Here's 11 minutes
Yeah.
of something else.
Just letting you guys know ahead of time, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom after this
Go
song
to the bathroom.
for about 11 minutes.
What?
Just letting you know, I'm gonna
For
have to.
all
I don't know why. I have the feeling.
three of our viewers. for all
Me and my bladder are
viewers.
like this. I'm gonna be gone for 11 minutes.
Let's take a shot, David.
Let's do it, brother. I actually,
And whoever the alcohol out there, including
yeah. Garrett, if you're watching, help.
Garrett, let's drink together, my dude. You sound like a cool guy.
Yeah. You guys should check out on Amazon. They've got these amazing little cups that they honk your penis, and then you just pee right into them, and you don't have to get up anymore. I rarely leave the bed, really. They're super useful.
Sounds
Very good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Sweet lightning,
What do you think's
Mountain
in that cup
Dew,
that Anna's
KFC.
Oh, is that the plug? It's plug time? Is it promo time already?
We're done
I
already.
wasn't ready.
I do like the chorus of this song. This is when her voice works. Again.
Oh, yeah?
Dog, this is number one. I fucking love. I don't know. Like even this part, it's like it's caroling you into a better tomorrow, man. I don't know.
So is it Mountain Dew or is it KFC? I'm confused.
It's
It's
both.
piss.
Sweet Lightning is an exclusive KFC flavor.
The, that's what it is. Okay. But that's the Colonel's piss, so it works out.
From the grave.
Never mind.
Come back already. Oh, in the spirit of misheard lyrics. Ah, fuck,
Yeah.
it's gone. But it was like something like, "I will do your thing if I can eat your Cocoa Pebbles." That's what I heard her saying the first couple of times.
Cocoa Pebble.
Yeah,
No, those are the actual.
I love Cocoa Pebbles. Fruity Pebble over Cocoa Pebbles though. But the real trick is to mix them both. This opening though, to look away. It's the opening and the ending. But
Yeah, that was pretty sick, that riff.
yeah, it's like
A little
Gustavo.
dissonant riff build up.
It's like Gustavo Santaola, you know, the guy who like scored The Last of Us and other movies and stuff. It's great. But honestly,
I like they said The Last of Us and other movies.
yeah. The
Other cinematic experiences.
the Motorcycle Diaries, beautiful, starring Javier Bardem. But anyways, The Last of Us, you're right. It's like it's basically a movie, right? So,
No. What are your thoughts on this last track? Because I'm curious.
Well, Andrew, can you explain why there's an 11-minute track at the end of the Deerhoof album?
Yeah, speak.
Okay, because why
What
not?
do you have to say for yourself?
explain yourself.
Because the rest of the album was phenomenal, and then they needed to end on a sour note. Because I don't like this song either.
You know,
Oh. Okay, dude.
I don't hate it, but I think it's the low point of the album, personally.
This is gonna make her so happy. We listened to the album on the way to her mom's house, and this song
Right.
came on, and we got stuck in traffic. And I've never seen her. She wanted to kill me. We had to turn the song off. It pissed her off. It was starting to piss me off too, but I just wanted to listen to it. And
No,
holy shit!
I mean, like, I love this band, and I still don't, like, I don't hate this song. I don't like it.
They don't like it either. She says it's horrible.
I actually struggled with placing this in the top 3 or not.
Wait, what?
Okay, like, ironically, and it's gonna be, well, it's not ironic, but it gets better when she starts singing.
no.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like, I'm like, okay, it's not, because the droning instrumentals are like when will it end? Like, it just goes on forever and ever and ever. I don't know.
It gets to a point where I understand, like, they are trying to convey some sort of message. It's a journey, right? It's organic or whatever. They're trying to make you feel that way. But
Well,
it gets to a point where you're
they
like,
wanted to-
I want to hit my head against the wall. And maybe that's what they wanted.
I can
but-
I can appreciate the fact that at the same time they don't give a shit. They're still gonna do it. They're still gonna,
Even though I don't
I can
like this
appreciate-
song, sorry to interrupt, I was just gonna say, even though I don't like this song, it doesn't hurt my score of the album. I still like that
No,
they
it
went
doesn't.
for it because it makes sense. They still went for it. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't fucking like
It's
it.
like, fuck it. Let's do this.
but
Why
they-
not?
Yeah, right.
And no, this sound I think is more in line with, like, at least the album that came out this year.
Oh yeah.
The cave painting, prehistoric, whatever. I mean, they went for a more primal sound, and it was very foreboding. And it was like if David Lynch hired a Japanese girl to scream lyrics, like that's it was interesting. It was interesting, and I feel like this
Yoko
sounds
Ono?
more. Like so.
So I'll say that this song and Kidz Are So Small definitely hurt my score of the album, but
hurt my penis.
they weren't. They're all equally weighted of the 10 songs. So
Okay, fair enough.
that's just 2 out of 8.
It balanced itself out with how good the other songs
Yeah.
are.
I will agree. I do feel like the album is very front heavy
Oh yeah.
in terms of like, not in terms of bops, like in terms of like listenable tracks.
Yeah.
'Cause they start off so strong.
Literally, my number 1 was the first track, dude. It's like. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's for a lot of albums, I feel like that because it's the song that gets you into it. Like
Right.
it's the introduction.
It hooks you.
You know, you only have so much time. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
feel like if I like an album, it's because the first song did its job.
Right.
Well, Zach, what was some stuff that you enjoyed about this song?
Because this was a top contender for you. So
I like passages like this. This more, it's kind of got like a post rock progression
Yeah.
of things.
Yes.
Wells and
Absolutely.
Yes.
Everything up until now is great. It just gets to a point where it does become insufferable. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry.
I guess I just I'm not hurt by it. I've got the thicker skin.
Oh.
Crap. Years of listening to Godspeed You Black Emperor have given me a thick skin when it comes to post rock.
Yeah, you're right.
See, I didn't mind these kind of instrumental and dissonant sections, but when her vocals came in, to me it didn't fit, and it was
Really?
just like
Wow.
too disjointed, and it wasn't like an enjoyable experience. Like there
In
wasn't
all
a lot
fairness,
going on.
they did tell you to look away.
Right. No, but I was gonna say, yeah, it's not necessarily bad. You know, I still give them credit. It's just something that I'll be honest. It's like I love Godspeed You too, but it's just like I'm not gonna put this track on if I want to listen to this album. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Godspeed.
not.
I think I've listened to it in its entirety like 3 times in my life. Like I fucking hate that album in pieces, man. Like I gotta be in the mood for
Sure.
Black Speed.
A lot of their music is like that. But that's the vibe of this last song. It's just very much a mood piece, you know? Like this chaotic shit, it works if you're in the right mindset.
This is discordant and horrifying, and I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did this in any way kind of hint at what their next album would be like in any way, or is it just
Their
kind of-
next album was way more okay. Primarily, they're known as like very art rock, prog rock, sort of like from all the albums I've listened to, this is their most melodic album. Like these are the most songs they have. Because after this, it's just like random shit. It's like, let's make noises for 5 minutes. Why not? Like, sort of. And I like that about them. That's why I got into them in the first place. But I feel like this album especially is the best. And that's why I chose this album. Because I like the band. But this album is a great entry point to like their sound in general. So.
For sure. Yeah, it's a great album.
And specifically, I was curious, Alec, for your opinion, because in terms of percussion, like, how do you feel about the percussion in the album?
I mean, it was pretty exceptional, you know? I liked both the drumming...
He's a phenomenal drummer.
The drummer and the guitarist were both pretty nasty.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I thought her vocals didn't fit, or in certain places. Like,
she was in America for a week.
those two guys could be jamming with like anybody.
Anyone, and they're just like, you, let's go. And then, but I feel like that adds to it. It's like,
Sure.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, and it worked in certain places. So when it works, it's like, all right, here's some like tiny Japanese chick with these like
Screaming,
Crazy riffs.
English, and
yeah,
what was it? The second track,
plus 81.
Plus 81.
plus 81. I keep wanting to say 83, but 81 was half English and Japanese, and it was still nonsense in Japanese. I don't know. I think she was a good addition
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that middle part that is a little tough. Not even
Yeah, I agree.
not even sonically, but just kind of like song structurally. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I get what they're doing, you know? It's like that's what they were feeling. But like I like this last part a lot, you know? It's very nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, there's still 3 minutes.
Yeah, there's we're not done.
They made up. They made up for everything else.
Yeah, there's still some more questionable parts on this for me,
That's true. It ain't done.
but I like this part as well.
It's no reptilian brain for sure. It's not.
We ain't shitting out here.
I loved reptilian brain
Yeah.
after I listened to it a couple times, but
I went to India for a little bit, hung out with some shaman, and then when I came
Australopithecus.
home, I understood reptilian brain.
I have a really negative disposition primarily towards longer tracks, and that's a personal thing
Hmm.
Interesting.
because I lose interest very easily, and which is why I kind of like Deerhoof because they touch on a lot of things, but
Mm.
after a certain point, I stopped giving a shit. So
I got you. It's more easily
That's why.
digestible than like, all right, I'm gonna put on
yeah,
the 11-minute
and
track.
That's, that's the lack of ADD medication I had growing up. But I don't know.
But yeah. Any more thoughts on this track? I think we fleshed it out pretty good.
Fuck the track. Give me your album scores. I'm curious.
I was gonna say, if we have time lingering over, why don't we just do it here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you want to start it off, Zach?
Give it
sure.
up.
Andrew, you want to go last?
I'll go last. My opinion doesn't matter because
Yeah,
I chose
that's
it.
not true.
It's absolutely true. Go ahead.
Nah.
Well, I'll say my top threes are The Perfect Me, Galaxist, Choco Fight. I think those are my top three. Before I give the score, I guess I'll give some recommendations. I think if you like this and you're also mentally insane, you'll probably also like Melt Banana. And if you are less mentally insane, you probably like Takako Minekawa. She had a really good album called Cloudy Cloud Calculator, which kind of reminds me of some of this stuff. And maybe something less left field, something more mainstream if you like this. Maybe gonna say Yola Tengo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of my recommendations as well.
And I guess for a score, it's tough because there are some high points and low points that, for this, kind of average out to, I think, a 7. I like this as a 7.
Okay.
What is it out of 5? I think we're doing it out of 5.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5 out of 5. Good.
Alec, can you please shit on my album selection real quick?
Well, I'll say that I like the album overall. It definitely grew on me. I wasn't sure at first if I really liked, some of the style, but I just figured that some of the songs are winners for me, and some of them I don't feel as much. So, I guess my top 3 was Plus 81, and then Cast Off Crown, and The Perfect Me was my favorite.
Hmm.
Enon's definitely a suggestion for me. I feel like that's an easy one, but I don't know too much more to really suggest. So overall, I think it was a good album, and I give it a 3 out of 5.
All right. Okay. I'll make this quick. Yeah, I like this album a lot. There's had some problems, but the perfect album is hard to find, right? Like, shit. The album I brought in last time, I didn't even give it a 5. But I'll just go ahead my top 3. Order from 3 to 1. 3 being Believe E.S.P, 2 being Cast Off Crown, and 1 being The Perfect Me. although it had problems, I feel like when it came in strong, it was really good. And like I said before, because the band is doing what they do, it provides those highs and those lows. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5. I really like this album. I like it a lot. I was listening to it a lot. And my recommendations, I've got 3. One, we covered in a review that you can no longer see because it was an old review. His and Her Vanities, A Thought Process. It's got that same kind of sporadic, weird, metallic, sharp kind of sounds coming in and out. That's more of the front half of the album. More of the back half of the album where it gets spacey and symphonic and crazy and that indie kind of cloud. I'd recommend At War with the Mystics by the Flaming Lips. And for the general vibe of just indie rock aesthetic and same kind of sound and everything we talked about, Enon, specifically Green Geysers and Carbon Clouds, the last album they made before they broke up. And I'm done. And
Andrew.
it's up to you, Andrew, to tie us all together.
It was alright.
It was alright.
It was okay. It was okay. No, I have been a Deerhoof fanboy since I first heard them. I enjoy the whole free-spirited revelry involved with the music they make. This album specifically was not one of my favorites. Again, I chose it because I feel like this is a great entry point, and this is the most album they have. 3.67.
Okay.
3.67 is my official score. Beyond that,
The unofficial score.
the unofficial score is 20 out of
Ooh.
Triangle. Sibo Motto.
Hey, yeah.
They did a lot of Jet Set Radio sort of shit.
Good
They
game.
did a lot. If you like the vocals, Sibo Motto is in your bandwagon. Melt Banana is worth listening to if you like the direction the band went in general, especially with this album. I mean, they do other shit, like I said. And then it's worth listening to their latest album, Cave Paintings, Fred Flintstone. I don't know what it's called, but it's a great album.
There it is.
It's based on, like, you know, it's very primal, very prehistoric, very if you like the last song, listen to that album. But yeah, it's a good album. I enjoyed it. I like the band. And what are we listening to now? Whose song is this?
Cheers, Andrew. Good album pick.
Salute.
Andrew.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Salute.
Who is this? Who chose this? What is this?
I chose this. This is Televape. It's a collaboration between Vaperror and Telepath, which is
Ah,
Telepath, I believe, is the best vaporwave artist ever to have existed. And a lot of the stuff on this collaboration really sounds to me more like Telepath stuff than Vaperror. I'd be really curious to see what capacity Vaperror had in this stuff.
He mixed
It's
it.
just the best long form. I mean, this track is like 7.5 minutes, but Telepath's got tracks that are like 14, 15, 20 minutes long. Really long form, stretched out dreamscapes, and you know, this particular album is really, really good. Heavy hitting, crunchy low drums, and good glitchy synths.
I enjoy it.
So Andrew, I think your rating the album was 3.5.
3.76. You fuck shit, bitch.
Wait,
I
you
thought you
can't
said
do that.
The algorithm! The charts! No!
Okay, first of all, you need to take my my scores and divide them by 0.36 by default. Okay? And then you multiply that by the amount of times I said gourd, which was, in this case was 1, gourd, 2, 3, gourd, 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 gourd. Like
Gourd.
4 times, right? Gourd. He said gourd, which is worth twice as much.
We should start scoring the albums as Zumbaya Gabizas. As
Gabiza,
Zumbaya Gabiza.
I tried explaining Zumbaya Gabiza to this girl I was talking to. She was very confused, and I got upset.
You walked up to her and you were like, girl, you kind of Zumbai, but today you looking Zumbaya Gabiz.
Were you watching?
I give this album 3 vuvuzelas.
Alec, if you want to learn Swahili, hit me up. I got you.
Swahili for
Mike-
what?
Swahili in general. Swahili is a life skill, I feel like.
I be speaking that
True.
swag Healy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I have Heelys on my feet. Thank you.
I gave this album 3 G's out of 5.
That's a lot of G's, dog. Thank you.
G.
Allow me to help our video with the algorithm. 5G corona oxygen frequency.
Oh my god.
I was really close to saying a lot of inappropriate things.
I mean, it's not the first 5 minutes, so I think we're good. It's like if you curse within, like, there's no
Vagina,
there's no hope of this ever getting monetized, right?
oh yeah.
So that's out the window.
Yeah. No, are you kidding me? Where's our vodka sponsorship requests? Alec, go ahead.
This is some dub.
Some dubby, huh?
Dub.
Pass it.
I was right.
Pass it over here, dude.
This is you, right, Alan?
What do you mean?
All that shit. This is your song, right?
Yes.
Fuck
This is
you.
Augustus Pablo.
I knew it.
I was watching this cool YouTube video on Clint Eastwood, the Gorillaz song. It was cool.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood, The Birth of Gorillaz, New British Canon. I guess it's a series by the YouTube channel Trash Theory. But
Shout out.
I guess, yeah. I guess Damon Albarn was pretty influenced by this guy, Augustus Pablo, and his use of the melodica.
Yeah, a lot of the early Gorillaz songs were definitely dub inspired. But that
Who's up
melodica,
next after
that
me?
melodica, like you said, yeah.
Who's up next after me?
This guy over here,
No, fuck that guy.
over there. That's Alec,
Alec, you're next?
over there.
What do you mean?
On my screen, he's over here.
He's over there.
Who's picking the next album?
Oh, I am.
Oh, are we there yet? It's by
I don't think so.
No,
starring
No, we're not there.
starring Ice
To
Cube.
prepare myself.
Okay.
Alec,
Yes.
A.
What?
A.
Hey Zach.
Sup?
Hello.
A.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. What's going on? Wait. I can't read that fast. You have to slow, please. I can't. I know little
I'm not
sign.
moving. I'm not moving. This is a static
Okay.
position I've taken.
All right. I don't know what that means. Okay.
How about we start? What's the first letter of the alphabet?
A.
Hey!
Ass? Are you writing ass?
N.
Okay, how about this? This is an M.
M. N.
So, start over.
Okay. Thumb. A.
A, B, C. Okay.
A.
A.
N.
N.
D.
D. Andrew.
R.
Andrew.
E. W.
Okay. Cool. Weird. Bullshit.
You guys don't know sign language?
A little. I know little sign.
You know what the beauty? Okay, this is for us because you're gonna end up like cutting all of this out.
I
But,
can't
my-
because the music is playing. So please
Okay,
behave.
first of all, whose song is this? Who picked this?
Hello. This is George
What is-
Clanton and Nick Hexum of 311. They
This
just
album.
Remember when we met George Clanton?
yes, we met George Clanton. All three of us, thanks to Zach.
We met George Clanton. He was a
Yes.
cool guy.
He was very tall, very cool guy,
Very, very stout
tall man
height-wise.
wearing overalls.
He was a stout height, but
but yeah,
ultimately,
but no, I was just gonna say, good song. The album just came out. Go check it out. It's the same name. It's literally called George Clanton and Nick Hexum. Pretty good stuff. This song was this song just stuck out to me. It was one of the singles. Good shit.
This album wins the award for the most gross and cringe album artwork.
Yeah, I didn't really like the album artwork. They're doing that 90s. They're doing that.
what was it?
They're doing that 90s. Well, it's here now, but
Blink it.
it's kind of like they're doing that 90s like Snoop Dogg, like doggy style kind of artwork, but they're putting.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's cool because they're doing the 90s sound. They got Nick Hexum of 311, but it's like, yeah, it's gross. It's kind of not cool, but
Yeah, it's gross.
there's
Okay,
they're sticking to
Zach,
it. There's some sexy Pomeranians, as somebody put it on one of the comments.
I'm curious. How do you feel about
Some
the Red
furry
Hot
shit.
Chili Peppers infused shit that happened?
What?
Like,
I'm tilting my head at that one.
okay, he was really into. What song was that? Hold on.
He was into the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Yeah, but specifically,
We all were, huh?
they're okay. Hey guys, we cut like 5 seconds earlier. Back. David, why did we cut?
Comcast.
Ah,
I don't have it, but they're behind it. I know.
I've heard of
They
Comcast.
did it. I know they did.
Okay, by the way, who's up next? Alec, right? What's your next album? Because fuck you. What is it?
If we want to do that now, then
Oh shit! Are we
drum roll,
doing?
please.
Wait! Are we doing that right now?
Yeah,
Well,
we are.
Hold on.
We don't have to.
No, I want to. Alec, whisper it into my ear and you can tell everyone else.
Instead of a drum roll, we got a maraca.
Yeah.
All right. So it's gonna be Subsume by Cloud Kicker.
Oh, we got caught.
Alright. So we got a post-rock instrumental album coming up.
We got Fortnite in here. So it's a
We got Fortnite dances coming up.
post-rock instrumental, huh? I'm about
Yes.
it, dude. Take some balls to bring in some post-rock.
I can dig it.
Heck yeah. I'm
Yep.
excited.
Cloud Kicker.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's an interesting album. I'd say it's his most interesting album, just in like the format that it's kind of delivered in.
Hmm.
The way that there's only 4 songs, so it should be kind of interesting.
Oh, okay.
I see 5 on Bandcamp.
That last one's like an extra one.
Oh, true.
okay.
Do we
And
want
yeah,
to?
you can just get everything off his Bandcamp.
Do we want to include
But I
that?
also
or no?
created a
Oh, sorry.
the Bandcamp.
No, I was gonna say, do we want to include that track or no? Not.
No, that's just like a remix by someone.
Gotcha.
I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Gotcha. Say otherwise.
That's
Thank
true.
you for watching, Garrett.
That's it.
Thank-
Bye bye. Garrett. Garrett,
You're our guy.
You're our,
Garrett,
you're
I-
our Garrett.
you're incredible. I love everything about you.
Listen,
Uh,
Garrett,
listen.
listen to me right now.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna we're gonna end it there. Andrew is simulating sex with our OnlyFan.
Yeah,
But that's
Sorry,
okay.
fans.
you're great. You're great.
Andrew is simulating
Check out our
sex.
OnlyFans.
Check out our OnlyFans. That's what we'll leave it tonight. Deerhoof, friend
Hey,
opportunity.
My OnlyFans is worth subscribing to, I guess. I don't know.
Damn, bitch, were those your only plans?
Damn,
My da da la la.
damn, bitch, you live like this. All right, bye bye.
Okay.
See ya. See you later.
A plus. I enjoyed that.